Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. So it's a cool day and it's been raining a bit, but it's also a nice day just to get out and show you around. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour of my fountain garden. I hope you enjoy it. If you are enjoying my channel, please subscribe. Like the video and give me a thumbs up, or even hit the notification bell so you'll get notified the next time that there's a video coming out. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so first I'm going to walk you around the area that's right directly by the fountain. I have two concrete urns here that I have planted up, and these help flank the entryway back towards the house from the pool. And I've just planted them up with some pansies. And the pansies in the middle have overwintered, but I did just plant in the pansies around the outside after some of the other annuals died over the winter. But I think it's a pretty color combination. I really also enjoy the contrast that I'm developing over here. I have these two false golden mop cypress, and they were planted last year. And I just really love the brightness that they bring to this area. And then I'm contrasting that with some of this purple heucheras, which are called plum pudding. And as you can see, I have a mum that's planted over here. This one will bloom white in the fall. And then a daffodil that's just ending its bloom period. Now, I did also plant a Japanese maple here, but the frost and the freeze that came when we had 2 nights in a row in the mid-20s just subsumed the entire leaf life on this thing. So I don't know how well it's gonna do. I'm hoping it will bounce back. I do see there are some other buds on the plant, so I think we'll get some nice new leaves on this, but it will definitely take longer than normal. So I'm guessing it'll probably be mid-June before it starts to look like a tree again. I also have some, I believe it's called Midnight Masquerade by Proven Winners. It is a Veronica, and it has a light purple flower. And I just divided that one from another that I have over the top back here. Then I also planted these 2 boxwoods to provide, again, some structure and interest during the winter. And I'm actually hoping to kind of develop those into a bit of an ice cream cone shape. So we'll see how those grow out over time. They did also get hit a little bit in their new growth by the freeze there. You can see that right there. The hostas also got hit very badly. Any that had tips poking out have been just decimated. I do believe all of them will eventually emerge okay, but right now they're not doing so well. I also have some pink millennial allium that I just planted this year, and those hopefully will help keep some of the rabbits from eating these heucheras, because I do like them. I think they think they're lettuce. I had to put this bell cloche that's made out of chicken wire over the hostas up there to help keep the rabbits away from those. And here we have a strawberry Sunday hydrangea. So it is starting to leaf out. It did get a little damage as well from the storm, the cold, the ice, but many of the new growth areas are looking green and just fine. So I have no doubt that that one will recover quite well. So you can see from this side, I'm trying to create a screen behind the fountain, which will help offset this area from the fence, which is behind me. And I have some more heuchera and some liatris right there. One of the other things that I have planted that is just starting to come up along the edge here is some variegated liriope. And that usually emerges a little bit late, but it's super pretty. The rabbits do also enjoy eating that, so I have to spray those quite a bit throughout the season. And then I have a phlox here that will bloom. I believe it's a light blue. And some tulips at the end. I cut them all and tipped them in for a bouquet when the freeze came. Over here I have an aster, and then back here I have some salvia, which will bloom purple. And this big mass of green back here is allium. These are going to be, I believe, Globemaster allium. So I'm looking forward to seeing how tall those get this year. I planted those last fall, and I am hoping that will provide some height in this area as well and kind of stick up behind the mugo pine that I have over here when I'm looking out at the fountain from the back. I also have another hydrangea right here. This is a vanilla strawberry one. Just kind of trying to hope that this will branch out right behind here and again provide that semicircle curve of a screen behind the fountain, which will act as a nice backdrop for it. I do have another chicken wire cloche over here, which is protecting some pansies that the bunnies ate, so I'm hoping they'll rebloom for me a little bit more. There's a little bit of coneflowers right here, and more of the millennial allium. And then I have some beautiful roses in here, and these roses align on both sides, so when you're walking through this area you'll see I have a there, and then two on the side here as well. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this area progress this year. Please ignore the junk over in the corner here. It's gotten a little bit better because of my new shed here, which I'll show you in a minute. But I have some little Miss Kim lilacs. I have one here and then one over there, and they look like some of the buds are going to be okay after the freeze, so I'm really hoping to see what they look like this year and that they don't all just fall off. And then behind that, another strawberry Sunday hydrangea. And I have some lovely daylilies and millennial allium in here. So I'm really doing a mirror or a repeat of a lot of what is on the other side to provide, again, a cohesive look as you walk through this area. Now, I am doing a little bit of a comparison of plants. This one right here is a Cat's Pajamas Nepeta, which looks like it's forming some buds on it. So I think I'm going to be getting some blooms on that soon. And then over on the other side, I have Cat's Meow Nepeta. So the Cat's Pajama is the small version. The Cat's Meow, which is here and here, are the kind of mid-sized version, and then I have the Walker's Nepeta Low, which is a catmint that is the larger version, if you will. So I'm kind of experimenting with how they do and what they look like and which ones I really want to keep. They're very easy to multiply by division. They're not aggressive, but I would say they are quite hardy. And they have a nice little blue tinge to them. Now this shrub that I have, I planted this last year as well. This is a mock orange. And my goal with this whole bed right here, which is all brand new, was to create kind of a screen for some of this stuff that's back here. And so I have used this panel, and I divided a Crystal Falls clematis, and I have planted it here, and I believe over the next couple years it will fill out. It has really grown quite well since dividing and transplanting it here. Now, taking a look at this area from this side, it looks so much cleaner now that my husband installed this shed with the wood pile. I just love it. I put the bench in front of it, and I'm planning on planting something up there to also help kind of hide it during the summer, and then I think I'll be able to fold this bench up because it is kind of foldable, and get that out of the way of the wood pile in the winter so I can access it easier. But I'm super excited about that, you guys. It just looks so much nicer from the deck without having to look at my piles of buckets from all of the plants that I've planted throughout the year. All right, let's take a look over here. This bed is looking really gorgeous right now. I'm going to get back a little bit so that you can see it from afar and see all of the wonderful contrasting colors. All of this lovely purple is the ajuga. We have some daffodils back here. We have a birch leaf spirea right here and right here. It's the You Glow Girl birch leaf spirea by Proven Winners. And then we have the pasque flower up front. A couple different of the Color Spire. Let's see, those are salvia. I think one is crystal blue, and I cannot recall the name of the other one. And then I have a brand new vanilla strawberry hydrangea also here. Some blue sedums that are coming in here, along with some liatris and a topiary form arborvitae that I have done. And then back here we have some geraniums and sedums, along with a geranium right behind the rock with some yellow pansies. So let's take a little closer look here. I always think there's a striking combination to be had between a lime green and or a citrus, or it's really a lemony lime color with the deep purple. Just is incredibly amazing to look at. Now I do have some butterfly bushes in here. They're the Pugster Pink. They have not started growing yet. I think they probably will eventually. I was hoping for some beautiful blooms from this Cherry Blossom Deutzia this year, but a rabbit got it, and then after the rabbit got it, the freeze got it. So I don't think that's going to happen this year, but maybe next year we'll luck out. I have some columbine here as well. These are the pink Barlow columbines that I grew from roots that I had got earlier this spring from Costco. And then you'll see I have a number of foxglove. These are these clumps of green in here, along with more of those plum pudding heucheras. And then some autumn joy sedum right here, and then again over here, just for repetition. And again, this combination of plants was chosen because they will all bloom in different successions, and I think succession planting is incredibly important to creating, you know, what you would call a non-stop garden. There's another sedum over here, and some hens and chicks, some sempervivum. Those are all hardy. And then to kind of tie this bed in to the two beds that are over here, I have also planted some liriope, and the liriope that is variegated is also along this edge, and then it goes along the path that's back behind here. So let's take a look real quick at the path as well. And my buckthorn right here is growing quite well. Very pretty. It's starting to really put out some of that new growth. So here's my little path. Over here I have some opening act polka dot and blush flax from Proven Winners. And then some pink chintz thyme, which flowers a little bit later in the season. And then you'll see the liriope along here is just starting to come up, so it really hasn't flushed out yet, but the tips are happening. I have some of the standing bush clematis, which I think is maybe the Stand By Me, I'm not sure. I got that at a nursery, and I'll have to look at the tag again. I don't think it's the Stand By Me because that's the name that Proven Winners gave it, but I believe it's the same cultivar. And then I have some Italian asters in here. I'm hoping those actually bloom this year. I planted them last fall and they did not, but they look much more vigorous and bushier already than they did at the end of the year last year. And I have some columbine here, and it looks like we're getting some buds, so that's exciting. I can't wait to see those blooms. I had those in a different area of the garden, which was not conducive to them, and they didn't really like it, so I've moved them here and they seem so much happier. Some of the water on the leaves is just so beautiful. You see those little droplets. And then I have some more sage, excuse me, not sage, thyme, creeping thyme over here and kind of within the path, and foxglove. And I'm hoping that this hibiscus that I got on clearance has survived the winter, and we'll see how that flushes out. And there's a look back at the fountain from this angle. And then what I believe is a Hinoki cypress here, which this grows very slowly. This tree, it probably has been here for about maybe 15 years, and it's getting close to 5 feet at this point. So very slow growing, but very ornamental and structural. Well guys, I hope you have enjoyed this tour of my fountain garden. It is really misting now. I don't know if you can tell, but I enjoyed doing this tour with you. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!